Good morning. Okay. So I am on my way down to the Grandview Blowout Bar. I like to get a blowout. Excuse me. To relax myself, and it's very soothing for me. I remember after I got one before I started chemo, and like the smell of Kevin Murphy shampoo and conditioner, I don't know, it's just like super soothing to me, and it just like calms me down. And so like I could not wait after my hair started growing back in to get a blowout at the blowout bar. Like it was just like it's a sense of like, okay, it's me again, I'm here. So I'm going this morning before day 3 of the trial, just to calm me down, relax. And the thing with like anxiety and depression and like post-traumatic stress disorder, even the idea of like doing my hair is completely overwhelming. Which sounds silly, but like the thought of me having to like blow it out and then curl it, like it just, I'm like, I can't do that. That's just, I can't do that right now. So I'm gonna go to my favorite place and get a blowout because, well, I already said why. Let's see, let's talk about how my hair looks like a colonial man, and it's awesome. Now let's talk about yesterday. What a fucking, like, it's such a surreal experience. Like, I still can't believe, like, this is happening. Like, I can't believe, like, I just testified against my rapist in front of a jury of strangers, in front of people that I love, and in front of a crowd that fucking hates my guts because I am accusing their son or brother or grandson or nephew of committing rape. Which, like, being an empath, like, of course I think about, like, oh my god, what is he going through? He must be having, like, a really hard time. His family must be having a really hard time. And, like, I feel for them. Like, I feel bad. But what I have to do is remove myself from those emotions of wanting to, like, reach out to them and be like, is everything okay? Are you okay? Because I have to be, and I fucking hate this, but I have to be selfish, and I have to think of myself, and I have to think of, you know, it's been, you know, anytime I feel like there's a rape case, defense attorneys and like other people, which we've seen, you know, the instance with like Brock Turner is like a prime example of like, oh, well, this is gonna ruin this young man's life. Well, what about my fucking life? What about me? What about the victim's life? Like, this is something that I have to carry for the rest of my life. Like, the best analogy that I can think of is if you've ever been diagnosed with cancer and you've successfully gone through treatment and it has not returned, it's always still in the back of your mind, even though you're done with active treatment, even though, you know, you've gotten through the quote-unquote worst, it's always in the back of your mind. And there can be instances of, like, flashbacks and traumas that will come up, like, out of nowhere in the grocery store, or a smell can trigger just a hellacious, I think that's the word. It can just trigger and set shit off in you that you're like, oh my God, I didn't even know I was carrying that around with me. So when they say, well, this can, you know, ruin a man's life, yeah, no shit. Well, what about the woman? Nobody talks about how fucking, how awful it, like, I don't even have words. I just, like, nobody talks about the victim. And I say woman because I feel like, I don't even know the statistics, and I could be wrong, but anyway, it just in my case, okay, or, you know, I can even wrangle men. I know men who have been sexually assaulted, and it's fucked up their life. I mean, my uncle is an extreme example, but so let's circle back and let me correct nobody talks about how the victim, man or woman, or trans, or gender fluid, or let's just use the word human being. Nobody talks about the human being that has been affected by another person's choice to force sexual violence. Everybody just cares about, oh, we're gonna ruin this young man's life. And of course he's white and has money, and anyway, that was a lot of rambling, which, don't even know. So, anyway, what else do I want to chat about? Let's talk about another douchebag. Oh my God. So let's see, he was witness 3. Kyle Cook, Kevin Cook, Mr. Cook, I don't even know. I think that's his name, honestly. Like, I can't even recall. Anyway, witness 3. He was Kyle's roommate. And I think the defense was expecting him to, God, my hair, my double chin. Somebody just give me some Kybella, please. I'm like trying out. Good. Just the double chin. It's gotta go. Got to go. So, Mr. Witness 3. I'm gonna go back over this. Once I get the transcript, we're gonna give it a dramatic reenactment of this fellow. Using the words he verbatim said after the assault was over, which he said was consensual. But he also couldn't hear anything. So, it was, yeah. Bridget, the prosecuting attorney, she did such a great job. Like, a phenomenal job with this douche. So, he's like rocking back and forth and swiveling back and forth in the chair on the stand. And he's like talking about how Kyle came up from the basement and was like bragging about, quote, smashing it. He's talking about me, smashing me. And proceeded to use the word, why can't I, my brain, just the stress, I just like, I don't even know like what day it is. Conquest that he had, you know, successfully made the conquest. Like, he like totally just walked into that. And then which it's not funny, like I'm using laughter as a coping mechanism. Like, when I'm uncomfortable or, like, I just laugh at inappropriate times. It's just who I am. Or I cry. Or I throw things. I'm basically like a toddler when it comes to emotions sometimes. So he is, he's literally like not doing Kyle, his friend, any kind of favor by using the words smashed, conquest, and guy talk. Oh, it was just guy talk. Jesus. Like, can we as like a society and culture, like, just after you rape someone, I guess it's just a commentary on like a rapist anyway, but like, really, like, guy talk? I don't know, it's just something that I just don't understand and comprehend. Like, maybe just because I'm sure some women do it. It's not something that I'm like, oh yeah. Whatever. That makes no sense. I don't even know what those words were. Anyway, just guy talk, like, where I was going with locker room talk. Like, can we as a society just start treating each other like human beings? Like, and way to set examples. Like, this isn't like a Trump like tirade, but like, adults, like, we're supposed to set an example of how to act, and our president is, it's locker room talk. Go fuck yourself, man. Just like that. No, that's inappropriate. I'm sorry. That was rude. No. Yes. I don't fuck. So, anyway, locker room talk. And my parents brought up, after we were talking about it last night, like, okay, so he said that his daughter was upstairs watching TV with them. So, was his daughter around while this guy talk is going on? Witness 3 said that, had he heard anything, me screaming, then he would have gone down to the basement and rescued me, because he didn't serve time in the army to let that happen to a woman. And so I think if you are such an upstanding individual, why are you letting this guy talk about his conquest and smashing someone with your 7-year-old daughter present? What kind of example are you setting? Mama needs the Botox. Thank God I'm getting that on Monday. I don't like this. I don't like moving my face. So yeah, I just thought that was like an interesting tidbit that me and my parents discussed. Anyway, what else? Oh, okay, so let's talk about day 3 of the trial. So, Kyle gets to get on the stand and testify today. One thing that we discussed the possibility of is there's proof of Kyle lying under oath in a previous court hearing with the other Amber. He lied about punching her in the face and breaking her nose. So since we have proof that he did lie under oath, I think what is going to happen is the prosecuting attorney, once Kyle takes the stand, will have the opportunity to present these facts that he's already lied under oath and he is not a reliable witness, to the court, to the judge, and we'll have the opportunity to what they call impeach a witness, which basically will prove to the court and to the jury and to the judge that Kyle is in fact a fucking liar, and that anything he says on the stand cannot be taken as truth since he has already lied under oath, because he is an upstanding individual. So that will be interesting to see how that all goes down today. If that even happens, I honestly, like, I don't even know. I don't know. Let's see. So, even if that doesn't happen, let's talk about Kyle getting on the stand. And I think that's going to be hard for me to hear him. You know, no one likes to hear lies about you. Or, I guess, he's telling his version of his truth. I guess I'm not one to judge what he perceives as reality. So he's gonna get up there and tell his side of the story. I shouldn't put forth my judgment. But anyway, so he's gonna get up there and tell his side of the story, and after that, I believe there are no more witnesses, or they won't have to call any more witnesses in for, you know, additional testimony. So yeah, that's gonna be a really fun time today. If you can't hear the sarcasm if you don't understand sarcasm, I'm being sarcastic. I am not looking forward to today. This is not my idea of fun. Just going through the motions at this point. Like, it's kind of like going through cancer treatment. You're just like, okay, whatever, just pump another drug in, just do more surgery. Like, I'm just along for the ride. Sprite. Okay. Okay, so today is, what day is it today? It's day 3. Okay, so today was day 3 of the trial, and I'm just leaving. It's about 6 o'clock. Today was Kyle's testimony and closing arguments, and then they gave jury instruction and released the jury for deliberation. I was so tired. I'm just exhausted on another level. Like, going through this is, I said this to my mom and my attorney earlier, this is it's an emotional marathon, and I fucking hate running. So, let me try and remember what Kyle said on, oh God, I don't even think I want to go down that rabbit hole right now. I might save that for another day. And I've already talked to my Reiki therapist, and she's like, don't listen to the noise. Don't listen to the outside noise. Focus on your intention. But I have to get this. But I'm going to do what I want. I get why people, like, I get why people don't report. And Sam Szymanski, his closing argument, I get he's doing his job. And I get that they have no defense, and so they're just reaching and grabbing and victim blaming. I will never forget him looking me straight in the eye and pointing his fucking finger at me and calling me a liar multiple times, claiming my tears were crocodile tears. That, I will never fucking forget that. That's something that's gonna be ingrained in my memory. I just want this to be over so bad. So where are we? They sent the jury home after about an hour and a half, hour and 45, after deliberation. They excused the jury and then called them back to come tomorrow at 9. Which I'm glad. It's just been a long 3 days, and I'm hoping that they'll go home tonight and sleep and get some good rest and, look at this, fresh tomorrow. And, yeah. My hope for the outcome of this is, I just want him to be convicted on one account. I'd be just happy with one, just a conviction. I just, I don't care if it's the 3 counts. I just want the 1 count. I would be just happy with that. Let's see. I think I touched on this yesterday. But this is by far the hardest thing I've ever had to do. With a cancer diagnosis, you have trauma, and you have a doctor, and you have pathology that supports this trauma, this cancer, this problem, and you follow a protocol of steps to, heal your body and heal yourself from this trauma, from this cancer. And with a situation like rape, a sexual trauma, your pain is only validated by a handful of strangers if they convict your rapist. It's so fucking unfair. With cancer, okay, there's no deliberating on that. You either have cancer or you don't. With this, it's, it's, he said, she said, and there's no specific protocol to to follow. There's no chemo to take to get rid of the cancer. There's no radiation or surgery to rid that out of your life. Keep thinking, am I ever gonna be okay? Am I ever gonna get over this? Like, what if he's not convicted? Like, is everything that I've gone through, all the pain this past, since the assault, does that mean nothing? Is my pain not valid? So shitty. God, I'm just exhausted. I'm exhausted mentally, emotionally, physically. Like, I haven't been sleeping well. I haven't been eating. I'm like hungry, but I'm not. I'm anxious, and I'm like, oh my God. I'm just praying and trying to manifest. I am. Set my intentions. This can't be all for nothing. What does it mean if he just gets to walk free? Like, why? What is the point? What is the point of all this? And, I talked with my attorney about the possibility of a hung jury, and the thought of having to go through this again, like, I just, fuck. I just want to move on. I feel for, like, the past year and a half since the assault, like, I just haven't been able to live my life. And I just want my life back. I just want to be whole again, and I just want... Oh, God, please, don't let this be for nothing. Okay, all right.